Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Gemini. I'm the Can Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a reading for March 2025. This is going to be the full moon reading, but I got these readings out a little bit late, so this is just going to go to the end of the month as well. But I'm going to still talk about what happened during the full moon and the lunar eclipse, the full lunar eclipse, and as well as the rest of the astrology for the rest of the month, because March is crazy when it comes to the astro weather, and it all affects each other. And so let's see what I'm not going to take that. Let's see, it was Be Strong, by the way, what we've got for Gemini. Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. So mote it be. Gemini, thank you. Portals. Underneath the deck, courage, young heart. Stand tall, don't let love decrease. You are a warrior of peace. And we saw Be Strong as well. So somebody could be needing to use courage and strength. But main message, portals, where do we play in nature? That's where the garden gate will take you there. So somebody could be wanting to go out and play in nature, go to their happy place. Look for portals. Look for places that like take you to a different dimension, that take you to your happy place, so to speak, right? Welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. I don't want to do this one yet. If you haven't subscribed, make sure that you smash that button. Also, like and share with other Geminis or other people that you think that these readings would benefit from. Also, make sure to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising. Why do I always say that? Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, and Venus for additional messages if you know your natal chart. And if you don't, I also offer natal charts as well. All right, what do we have for Gemini, please? Manifest your true intentions. Be impeccable with your word. This is a picture of, it's like a temple, like an Aztec temple. Maybe somebody wants to go to Mexico or go explore pyramids and stuff. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will manifest through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are will be manifested through the word. Okay? So words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. Words are magic. It's the words that you speak, the words that you think, the words that you hear. Okay? Speaking of words, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you, Gemini, it was called Someday Baby by R.L. Burnside. This song freaking hits. I love it. I can listen to this song on repeat constantly. Number one, because I'm a Scorpio, but number two, because it really slaps. I love this freaking song. R.L. Burnside, Someday Baby. So part of the lyrics, and excuse me for butchering it so bad because it sounds so great in the song, but goodbye girl, better get gone, skit gone, had a great time, got beat pretty good, had a good thing going, got more than you gave, goddamn, but now I'll give it to you, girl, you got game. So this is somebody that was in a relationship and gave more to a person than they received, but now they're getting rid of this person. And they're just like, I'm going to give it to you. Like, you got game. This could be like a gold digger or, somebody that just really took advantage of another person. But they ended out, coming out on top. And it's just like, cutting the fat where, it needs to be cut and moving on. But that's, okay, so that's what the lunar eclipse and eclipse energy is all about. It's about, really seeing the clear picture of things and cutting out what you no longer need in order for you to make room for what you want more of, right? So go listen to the song. It's really freaking cool. I love it. But let's get into the astrology because, so all part of this is because we've also been in Venus retrograde. Venus retrograde, I'm not surprised that we have Aries Emperor underneath the deck, and this also plays into this. We're going to talk about it, okay? Venus is all about love and beauty and relationships, and so when it's in retrograde, it's a review of your relationships, values, and creative expression, okay? So then we also just had our lunar eclipse in Virgo, and Virgo is all about organization, And it's a time of healing and then letting go. So getting rid of the fat, getting rid of the dead weight, getting rid of the stagnant energy and the things that are holding you down and making you feel heavy, and just knowing that you're not getting value from, right? Then, this is going to affect you directly, Gemini, Mercury retrograde. It always affects Gemini and it always affects Virgo 3 to 4 times a year. It's just part of the curse of, you know, where you were born, right? But it can be a blessing when you are aware of it and aware of what it brings to you. So Mercury retrograde rules over communication, but it also affects travel and also technology. So things like misinterpretations, computer glitches, technical glitches, travel challenges, things like that can always come into play. So then the next 3 things, we've got the sun entering Aries on March 20th. And then we have Neptune entering Aries on March 30th. And then a partial solar eclipse on March 29th. And so when sun enters Aries, it's a time to focus on assertiveness, action, and new beginnings. Okay, and that's manifesting your true intentions. Okay, that's taking action, Emperor-like energy, and manifesting your true intentions. There could be a portal like around the Aztecs pyramid, something like that. That's why those 2 came together. I just now got that. Somebody like I feel like this is you stepping up into your Emperor energy, taking taking action on your ideas and things that you want, but also, you know, really setting things in place, getting rid of what you no longer want, ending relationships where they need to be ended, but also cultivating relationships where they need to be started, right? Because then we have Neptune entering Aries on March 30th, and that's a spiritual exploration and revelation. You could be getting an awakening, a eureka moment, a certain interest in new metaphysical things or any part of spirituality. It doesn't matter what, right? And then the partial solar eclipse is also when there's a shift towards new beginnings, and I think that's where this eureka moment is going to take place, because behind that was the Judgment card, and that's where it's like your soul is making decisions and judgments on where you want to direct your next steps of life. Let's get 3 cards for Gemini, please. 3 cards for Gemini, please, for March 2025. Wow. Okay. Okay. So the song comes into play. Goodbye, girl. Better get gone. Skit gone. Something, something, something. Yeah, girl, you got game. So I feel like, now for some of you, this could be you, but for others of you, I think like this is the other person, and it's just coming up in your storyline because this is what's been affecting you. But underneath the deck, we've got the sun. We're going to start there because I love that. That's the happiest card in the deck. Card number 19. The 19th could be significant of this month. 1 plus 9 is 10. 10s are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 plus 0 equals 1. Okay. So ultimately, I see happiness. Like, this is like the happiest, right, that you can be. It just, like, there could be something that's happening right now. It may suck or it feels like it sucks, but what the whole underlying point of this is, like, you've got happiness. This could be with somebody that you've known from your childhood, or somebody from the past, or somebody that makes you feel childlike, or somebody that's like loyal with a lot of strength. And then, yeah, lovers. This could be a lover. Somebody's making a decision. Could be a Scorpio. It's the ending and beginning of something in some kind of a partnership. It could also be a business partnership. Okay, so what I'm looking at is there's a Queen of Wands energy. Whether this is you or the other person, the Queen of Wands is very beautiful. If they're a parent, they could be single. They don't have to be. But they're very independent, freedom-loving. She's magical, very fiery. You could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It could be any sign, though. They could have it somewhere strong in their chart. This is just somebody who's very magical. Now, the Queen of Wands is also known as the other person, right? So the Queen of Wands is notoriously, can be like, another person where it's like, in a threesome, throuple, it could be just the third party, something like that, right? Whether they know it or not, whether you know it or not. Because then we have the Tower. And the Tower talks about something, you know, crashing down to its foundations. And then we have the Ten of Swords, and that's like something ending. Like, it's done, it's over. Goodbye, girl, better get gone, skit gone. Something, something, yeah, I'll give it to you, got game, right? That's what I'm seeing here. Like, literally seeing here. So somebody could have gone through some type of a breakup with someone that they found out that, you know, had other partners or something like that. Or was just taking advantage, was manifesting everything that they desired, but it wasn't what you wanted. What you were looking for is ultimate happiness, complete bliss, right? So what else do we have for Gemini? If any of this resonates, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. Or please just like the video. It helps me out a lot. It helps the algorithms. Or algorithm. And then for my returning subscribers, for those of you who know that I do an end of the year predictions video for the upcoming full moons of every month, right? And you could have been feeling this energy, or this could have happened over the time of the full moon, but I do predictions on everything. And we'll go through some of that in just a second here. So underneath the deck, underlying energy going into the clarification is the Seven of Wands. So there may be challenges ahead, but you can face them. This is somebody standing up for their own morals, ethics, values, goals, beliefs, you know, that type of thing. And you may be feeling like, you know, you're fighting off fires or dealing with, you know, something, but it's because you're standing up for yourself. Let's clarify the Queen of Wands for Gemini. So, yeah, you, like I just said, you've been fighting. So sometimes the victory is not worth the price, but you know, this was about selfishness, conflict, aggression. There was a bunch of arguments. Somebody had a fear of failure, but also somebody was self-sabotaging. A lot of anxiety. It's unexpected energy conflict. It could have came on fast, but there's a reason for it. What's the Tower for Gemini? What's the Tower for Gemini? Oh, 2 cards fell out. Okay. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, and this Virgo energy, and you know, we just had the full moon of Virgo, so that makes a lot of sense. It's about finding work-life balance to protect your creativity, so you could be focused, you know, shifting your focus onto work. Education, detail, persevering, being overly careful. Wow, you got 2 cards fell out. So do I want to take this with the Ten of Swords? I guess I do. Then we had the 8 of Wands along with the 2 of Swords. So there's messages coming in, or there may be a message that you want to send, but you're undecided. You're having a hard time choosing whether or not you want to send a message. I'm hearing don't. Unless it's to a new person. If this is to the old person, don't, is what I'm hearing. Listen to your inner voice when making choices. Yep, clarification. Just heard it on my phone. So listen to your inner voice when making choices, because this is the energy of stalling, indecision, strength through suffering, peace restored, stalemate. But when the 8 of Wands comes up, 8-8, it's all about taking action on your ideas. Life is moving ahead. So you want to send a message to someone, but make sure it's the right person, because that's what you're ultimately going for is happiness, right? Yeah, and once you make that decision, you're not changing your mind with the King of Swords energy. Think things through from all perspectives. It's all about precision, articulation, being honesty, being cautious, controlled, but also determined. And I love that energy. That's you, Gemini. You're an air sign. So that is you making the right decision for your ultimate happiness. And I think that if this decision was to end a relationship that you were in, that's ultimately the right one. But I think it's because there may be somebody else on your mind, or work, something work focused on your mind. But you're cutting something out from the past. Okay, so let's move on. What do we have for Gemini, please? Yeah, you're manifesting your true intentions. So in order to do that, you got to get rid of things, you know? Walk away from stuff. I feel like for many of you, this was a long time coming. Underneath the deck, we have possessions. Who just had that? Scorpio just had this. Number 7, the 7th could have been significant. This has to do with belongings, finances, assets, treasures. I mentioned it earlier. There could have been a gold digger. You could have been dealing with a gold digger. Clarification. That's a yes. Then we've got top of the deck 47, guidance, support, love, signs, direction. You could be getting signs from someone, or not from someone, just signs from the universe, right? You could get it through people. You could get it through numbers. You could get it through animals, insects, different things. But this is a message of support from the divine, from your spirit guides, from the universe, that you are loved, and to follow that direction. When you get these signs, you have to kind of follow your nose. What else do we have for Gemini, please? What else for Gemini, please? March 2025. Underneath the deck, choose your friends wisely. That could have been the issue in the first place. You could have been dealing with a person that just, you didn't choose wisely. You could have chose based on, I just heard a honk, physical needs, physical, not the, it's like the outside, not the inside, right? Choose your friends wisely. And, this also, it could have been for material things. It could have been for, financial gain. It could have been for anything. But then we've got shine your light. What's interesting is in this deck, all the cards are different. The backs, the backgrounds and everything, but these two match. So, sorry. So, shine your light. Who else? Scorpio had this. Scorpio had this card as well. Shine your light. So there's something like you're meant to step out. You're meant to shine bright. Shine your light, and you're gonna. What am I trying to say? You're going to have this new kind of radiance about you as you follow the signs, as you listen to your spiritual guidance or guidance of any kind towards this new path towards happiness. Okay. That's what you're looking at and going towards. What else do we have for Gemini, last but not least? Oh, and I said that we were going to go through my predictions. Okay, real quick, let's do that. I'm like, what am I missing? So the first card, first off, the full moon was on March 14th at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was on a Friday. Lunar eclipse, Virgo. It's also called the worm moon or the blood moon. Because when the lunar eclipse happens, it looks like a blood moon. The first card that we pulled was the Magician, and that is Gemini energy. And he's a little bit of a trickster, but he's all about manifestation, okay? You just got to be careful about whether or not you can trust him. A little bit of an ego involved as well, but he's really good at transmuting energy into, something more positive. So then we also pulled accepting what is. It's like whatever the situation was that you're dealing with, it's like you just got to accept it for what it is and move on, right? But once you move on, ultimately, you're looking at the sun, right? You just got to follow the guidance that you're being told. Then we pulled number 7, waxing crescent, number 5. 5s are all about change of direction. And this card is nourishment. It's about what you listen to, what you feed yourself, who you surround yourself with. Okay? It's all about nourishment of your soul. And then number 18, the 18th could be significant. We've got lion's mane, leadership. So we saw the Aries energy, the Emperor energy at the very beginning. This is you stepping up into your power, right? And being a leader. Whether it's for yourself, a small group, a company, a family, you're stepping up as a leader. And lion's mane. Some of you could use lion's mane like, the beneficial mushrooms. And that's also a form of nourishment. I think that's really healthy. I'm not a doctor. You may want to, go consult, your physician or whatever. But lion's mane, look into it. Then we had first quarter moon in Scorpio. There's Scorpio again popping up in your reading. You could have some significant connections or some significant placements in your chart with Scorpio. It's release your blocks. And I feel like this was one of the biggest ones, there could have been a gold digger, blocking your finances. There could have been another person, another party, another situation blocking your finances. This could have been you, stuck and stagnant because you were holding on to something that you shouldn't have. Now you can move forward. Then we have Ruby Zoisite with the Crystal Oracle. And that means follow your bliss. And that's what you're doing. You're following it straight to the sun. Like, you're freaking happy. Then last but not least, with the Astro Dice. I love these things. They're based on the 3 main principles of astrology. And, again, more Aries energy. Mars, Aries, and 3rd house is what I rolled. And when you put all those things together, it's all about validating your desires through assertive action. Gemini, this is what your entire spread is all about. By using assertive action, stepping up into your leadership, making a decision, and cutting something off for what it just cutting it off, like letting it go. You're going to be able to follow your bliss and validate your desires of what you ultimately want. Shine your light will shine. Just keep being your badass, beautiful self, right? Be authentic. If you agree with me, make sure you smash that like button. Drop a comment. Say, yes, I agree. Underneath the deck, we have 25 Cat's Claw. You could be dealing with somebody with cats or have cats. This is all about purification. It's a beautiful card, beautiful energy. So you may be purifying yourself with, a cat or around a cat or around someone with a cat. Then we have number 11, Damiana. Funny. This is the beloved. This I say funny because this is Twinflame soulmate energy. So you may be coming into connection with your Twinflame soulmate, the beloved, or this could be dealing with the Twinflame soulmate. You pour into me, I'll pour into you type of energy. Somebody's making a decision about this. That could be what you're dealing with. It's either that, or I feel like you're being guided to your Twinflame soulmate. You're being purified by shining your light. This is what you're going to come into connection with. And with that, I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. If any of this brought you clarity, insight, or answers, make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. As you know, it's Together We Grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you. And I look forward to reading for you again in the very near future. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Y'all have a great March. Peace.